the Cumulus Media Station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
104.1 KRBE.
If you know the 3-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Rula and Ryan's prank call.
Oh, it's the little things in life that put a smile on my face, like when Special K just gets a severe tongue lashing.
Yeah. You never know what you're getting the prank call, guys. Go to krbe.com/prank call request to be part of this. And wait, did somebody come after you or you went after somebody? Like, explain the situation of the tongue lashing.
There is a wedding going down this weekend at 9 a.m. on a Sunday.
Ooh, that's early.
There are so many people trying to catch up doing their revenge weddings post-pandemic. Venues have filled up, so this is where she has left, 9 a.m. on a Sunday. Her bridesmaids have all reached out to me together to see if we can throw a wrench in her plans here. She's doing it at a spot called the Lakeview Room. You can see the lake. It's a view.
Okay.
All right. So I'm thinking breakfast, maybe some pancakes we could serve these people. I don't think you can even have booze before noon in Texas, right?
That's true. On a Sunday, no.
Oh, man, what a disaster this is going to be.
You just can't buy it.
No, so let's give her a call and see if we can work out her wedding here.
Hello?
Hello, good morning, Miss. It's Pierre Lafontaine from the Lakeview Room in Texas.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Calling in regards to the event this weekend.
Yeah, I'm working with a coordinator over there. You said your name was, Pierre?
Pierre Lafontaine. Yes. Oh,
How
yes.
can I help you?
You were working with
Yeah.
She died.
Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I'm so sorry for you, too. But I will take over from here. Don't even worry. I have you set for, it's a very late wedding on Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Oh, good Lord.
I'm sorry, I'm super confused. So you just casually slip in that, like, somebody at your establishment died, and now you're just taking over.
Yes.
Do I need to, like, come in and meet you in person?
No. No, it was a tragic accident. You know the Lakeview Room. She was viewing the lake and took a tumble.
Oh, my.
Well, that's horrible. And
I know.
sorry to hear that. I'm a little confused.
Well, listen, we will get everything set up for you just how you wanted. I will review the contract with you. And I was curious about the times. Do you still wanted to start at 9:30 p.m. on a Sunday?
It's a.m., 9:30 in the morning. That Sunday.
Oh, my goodness. 9:30 a.m.?
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, no. That is when the Silver Slippers do their bridge game in your Lakeview Room.
No, like the Sunday. No, we have the room reserved for that Sunday morning. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's like a brunch time.
Yes,
wedding.
no one ever has a wedding at 9:30 in the morning. I haven't even had my first cigarette yet.
I get it. The pictures are going to look really nice, though, at that time of day.
Okay. The picture.
And we'll be there at like 7 to get set up.
Oh, goodness. I don't even think our gates are open at 7 a.m. Question. So what would you like for the menu? Hot cake?
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you not have our information? Because I'm really confused right now. Like this isn't a McDonald's drive-through breakfast. Like, we have a whole brunch plan. There's a menu. We went over everything. I've paid deposits on everything. Can I speak to somebody who maybe has our information in front of them? Because I kind of feel like you are going off the cuff here.
Yes, you may. You may speak to me.
Thank you.
No hot cakes.
No,
cold cakes.
no.
We add cold cakes.
No, I have a cake. It's a wedding. I have a cake. Listen, I really need to speak to somebody who knows what's going on with my wedding because I'm really freaking out right now. I feel like you are being really cavalier.
I am not cavalier. I am Pierre.
Okay, Pierre.
Yes.
Listen,
Hello.
Can I please speak to somebody who is in charge over there?
Yes. I have been given the charge. Now, in Texas, we cannot have booze until noon.
No. Okay, you're done, actually. I'm sorry. I'm getting really frustrated because my wedding is coming up. It's the biggest day of my life. Like, I need to know that, like, my room for my wedding day is all set for 9:30 in the morning with the brunch that I've planned. So, Pierre, if you could kindly put someone on the phone who can make me feel like that would be great. And it's not you. It's going to be another person who comes on the phone.
Yes.
So put them on the phone then.
I will. Okay, hold on one moment.
Thank you.
Hey, Melissa, there's a bridezilla on the phone. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to put you on hold. I'm so sorry.
Hello? No. I can hear you. Hello? Excuse me, Pierre. I can hear you. Excusez-moi. I can hear you.
Oh, dear.
You did not put me on hold. I'm a bridezilla.
No.
I am a bridezilla. You haven't even begun to her. Like, no. You're not going to give it all to her now. You're not going to pass that on to her. I'm not the problem here because you don't have your shit together. So get me somebody on the phone who doesn't think I'm a bridezilla, and let's get this sorted out now.
Okay, Melissa says that we cannot serve booze until noon in Texas. So it would be apple juice.
Okay, put Melissa on the phone.
Okay.
We ordered champagne.
Melissa!
We're going to fill it with Welch's.
She said champagne. Andre? I have Andre.
Andre, no, I do not like gas station swill for my wedding. Thank you for the offer.
Hold on.
But no.
Melissa! She's coming. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The Lakeview room fell into the lake. I will have to call you back and find what?
No, I swear to God. I'm going to have the ugliest of meltdowns. I will come there. Do you think I won't? I will come there. I will push you into the lake.
Melissa!
I will come there.
Lock the door. She is coming and she is pissed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're damn right. So, all right, you know what? You and Melissa are all going to get yours in about 5 minutes.
Okay, one other thing. Do you know Kelly?
No other thing. No.
Okay. A bridesmaid has reached out to me. My name is Special K. Carrie has reached out to me to mess with you today. I'm from KRBE, The Rule and Ryan Show.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My blood pressure is through the roof. I need like 4 bottles of Andre right now. I swear to God. I was going to come through the phone. Oh, my God. I tried so hard to be patient. Then he was like, somebody died. I'm like, can we stay on that for a second?
Yeah. And listen, all of the bridesmaids were in on this.
Oh, my God. I'm dead.
I'm wishing you the happiest day ever this weekend. I've never heard of a 9:30 a.m. wedding, but I'm sure you're right. It will be beautiful pictures.
Oh, my God.
Can you say Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan Show?
Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan Show.
All right.
Now she can take a breath.
I mean, she didn't pick up on the fact that your name is Pierre Lafarton.
Yes. I'm glad y'all did. They felt
I did not quite get that. Thank you for that clarification, because I did not. And Andre, I did not know was a bad, cheap booze.
Oh, it is bottom shelf champagne.
It's not wedding material.
No, it is the $6 bottle that you can get at most grocery stores. That it's just a mixer, really.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Gas
if you want to get
station
somebody in your
swill.
life, guys, go to krbe.com.
People said you go buy booze now at 10 a.m.
Oh, you can?
That's what everyone's texting us, yeah.
Awesome.
I guess I've never been
can
up
get
at 10
booze
a.m.
at
to
10
buy
a.m. on
booze.
Sundays.
I know. I got enough at home. I don't need to.
We need to push that brunch up. All right, guys, it's Friday the 13th today, and it's October. We do Believe It or Not here on the Rule and Ryan Show on Fridays. And all this month, we do Believe It or Not. We want it to be of the paranormal. So, you have any spooky stories that sound unbelievable, but they're true? We want to hear from you at 713-390-KRBE. Let's hear from you. There'll be a lot of believers and one doubter, I'm sure. It's Believe It or Not, the paranormal edition. All this month, we want to hear your stories of the unbelievable but true spooky stuff.
Ryan won't top you on this
Tawny-
one. He doesn't.
Say it again?
Ryan won't get top. He's not going to top you on this story.
Nah, because I don't believe in it.
Yeah, you don't believe in that stuff.
Nah.
713-390-KRVE. Tawny is standing by. Let's get right to it. Good morning, Tawny.
Tawny, good
Oh, wait,
morning.
Wait, sorry, I'm driving. What line was it?
Line 5.
It's line 5.
Go with line 5. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Hi, Tawny.
Hi, how are y'all?
Hello.
Hey, Tawny.
What's your story?
So I live out in Sugarland, and my home used to sit on an old burial ground off of Highway 6. And so when I first bought my house, I didn't, really notice anything. And then all of a sudden, family members kept, saying that we kept seeing a woman in the house. And my daughter, when she was younger, would wake up at night and we would find her downstairs talking to people. And she would be crying, and she would always say to us, oh, don't you see them? Don't you see them? And we were like, see who, honey? And so everybody kind of kept it a secret. Well, then...
Wait, Tawny, how old was your daughter at the time she was saying, don't you see them? How old are you
she was
talking
like
here?
3.
She's like
was
3
like-
Yeah,
years old.
little kids can
Okay.
see
Yeah,
stuff.
she was like 3 years old. And it happened quite frequently. And, we took her to the doctor, and we kept saying, she keeps seeing all of these people. And they kept saying, oh, she's just having night terrors. So anyway, we, just proceeded to kind of ignore it. And then things just kept getting progressively worse over the years. Things would happen, like what you've heard before. We would just be sitting in our living room, and we would see this woman, just appear, and she would walk down our hallway. She was coming down
Right
our
now?
Oh,
stairs.
hell no.
Now, hold on. I'll pause on that a
and
second.
then-
What do you mean you'd see a woman? Like, can you describe how was it? Is it
Was-
like the
was
way
she-
you
She
see in
was
movies,
very,
like kind of floaty?
Was she
Kinda
translucent?
Like you would see her in real form, like she was dressed kind of like Little House on the Prairie type women. She was probably like in her 30s, and we would see her quite frequently. Sometimes we would see her. I live in a 2-story house, and we would see her come down our 2-story house. Our
Did she
steps
ever
from
talk?
upstairs.
Yeah. Did she
No,
speak?
no.
You say, hey, get me some
Never-
chips
never
out of the pantry. Bring me a beer.
well, so one night, and this is when it started to get progressively worse. When we would go to bed at night, we would hear when we were trying to sleep, and especially over one of my daughter's rooms, it was, it was almost like somebody was having a party in our house every night. So you couldn't sleep. It was like music, and you would hear people talking, but you couldn't really tell
What kind of
they were
music?
saying. Just like regular, kind of like old-fashioned music, from like probably like the 60s era. Or kind of like that. Well, more like that. No, more like music from like kind of like the Gatsby kind of like era, right?
Okay.
Like that they were having like, dances and stuff in like a ballroom.
Okay.
And so
And you were hearing this noise.
um,
I'm sorry. Can you roll back because some people just tuning in? Tawny's telling about her house in Sugarland that was haunted. It was on a burial ground. What the party situation was where? Like you were upstairs and you heard the noise downstairs and it sounded like a party.
Right, no. We would hear it like coming from our attic area, like of our house. And it was like every night. And my daughter, who was, like 5 at the time, kept saying, Mommy, I can't sleep. There's people walking in my room. And you would hear like people walking all the
Oh
time.
my
May I ask
gosh.
you
So then what
something
did you
really
do in
quick?
the end? Did you just keep
Yeah.
going until it
Hell
faded
out
out,
there.
or what happened?
Well, so finally, things started getting really bad. Like one night we woke up and we kept hearing like our cupboards were banging, and we went downstairs and they had literally taken like the salt shakers and they had poured them all over. I don't know who, but there were salt shakers, like our peppers and our salt were like poured out all over our counters. There was food out of our crispers, like oranges and apples, and they were rolling across the floor. And
Ooh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
you would,
Hell no,
yeah,
I
it was
would have
like-
moved.
Now, my question is,
Crazy.
your house was built on a burial ground. Had they relocated the bodies, or they just decided, there's no tombstones here, let's build a house?
I don't know, because it really ended up getting like so bad at my house that my kids would be crying all the time because they didn't want to go to sleep. And, our TVs would all turn off. Like one day our TVs all turned off, and it was like the black static. And believe it or not, they were not plugged in. No lie.
This is like
we
the
were
movie
like,
Poltergeist. It's the same premise.
Did you say that though? Did you tell Amon that somebody did a TV show about you though? There's a
Yeah,
TV show
so
that
we-
investigated your house? Because somebody said
Yeah,
they made
so
a
we-
movie about this on text.
A movie?
Well, so what
Yeah.
happened was that it got so bad that, and then my neighbors started complaining. My neighbors,
Wait, focus. Wait. Real last question. This is a movie.
Yeah, so-
Because you keep asking, she has questions, but you keep changing it. I want to know. Did they make
So
a
we
movie
ended
about
up
this? And
calling-
where's that?
There's a group in Texas that's called Ghost Hunters of Texas.
A TV
and
show.
so we ended up calling them, and they ended up, before they come out to your house, they ask you like what's going on and everything, and then they investigate your house before they ever come out to your house to find out, again. And that's how I found out that I used to be on a burial ground, was because of the show.
Okay. So the ghost hunters vetted her.
Okay.
They found the story plausible.
There's so many calls I want to get to.
And then they did a series on her. Okay.
Well, I mean, it
pretty
was like
cool.
legit though. Lots of noise, parties, dancing. I'm telling you, through the eyes of children, they see all the stuff, right? They
yeah,
saw-
but if
saw
I was
the
a kid
people.
there, I'd totally take advantage. I did clean my room, Mom. The ghost messed it up.
Oh, yeah. I didn't make my bed.
I didn't
Thank
spill
you
that
for
salt. The
calling,
ghost did
Tony.
it.
We're going
Brush
to
my
move on
teeth.
to Belinda. It is, believe it or not, the paranormal edition. A lot of people are saying by with scary stories. Belinda says her whole family had seen a ghost girl for a long time. What's the story, Belinda? Good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Well, hi. I grew up in Eagle Lake, Texas, and we grew up in a two-story. It was an old house.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, my dad would always tell us that there was a little girl ghost named Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that he was just, trying to scare us. Well, one night, I was probably like 20 years old, and I could feel like somebody was watching me, and I was sleeping. And I remember I woke up, and I sat up in my bed. At the edge of the bed, there was this little girl. She was dressed like in 1920s clothing, and she was, I could see her, and she had like blonde hair and blue eyes. I could see her clearly, and at first I thought, oh, God, I'm dreaming,
Was she
And
solid
then-
or was she like translucent?
No, she was solid,
Okay.
which was crazy. And then, so I was like, okay, I'm just dreaming, whatever. But then it happened again later, and I saw the same girl. And then I finally asked, later on, Dad and I were talking. And I told him about it. He's like, yeah, that's who I would see would be Jessica. And then I found out that now that my sister lives there and my nieces live there, they see her all the time. They hear her like giggling and doing things like that, and she's like a little girl ghost that does just like mischievous things,
What's the story
That's
behind
it.
her, Belinda? Like, did y'all find out who is
Some
this
research on
child?
her? Yeah.
We never found out. My sister did research on the house, and she could never find out anything. But my nephew, who was raised by his grandparents, he would see her too, and he was just like, yeah, I see her all the time, and we never found out the story behind the house, but to this day they still occasionally see her and they hear her. So it's
Oh.
she's,
You're like,
she's
oh, hey,
there
Jessica.
for whatever reason.
What's up, Jessica? You need some snacks?
It's become part of the family.
Do I?
10 years.
I don't know, but ever since my parents passed away, it seems like she had just kind of subsided. So I don't know if she's moved on or she was there.
Maybe
because
they
my
had a
parents-
talk with her and said, hey,
I don't know.
leave the
Maybe
house.
so, because she's like, but it was never scary. But when I talk about it, it does give me chills because I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Is this a white person thing? I feel like white people like to just stay in these houses and not leave. I'm like,
No.
all our calls, it seems like are just white people
No.
that live with this stuff. I'm like, get the
I
hell
gotta be
out of
honest,
there.
if something like that happened
I'd
to
get
me,
the hell out.
all those years that where I was alone, if I was alone and I was just sitting there and all of a sudden somebody looked like a normal person and wanted to sit down and watch TV with me, I'd be like, okay.
Oh,
No,
I'm
you
so
would not.
sure.
Oh, give
You'd
me
be
a
like,
break.
where's my Glock?
Yeah, you'd be shooting.
No, if it's a ghost.
Let's go to Pablo and get his story because a lot of people have stories of people in their houses, apartments, condos.
Why would you live in this
Pablo's-
stuff? People leave.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
scary.
Get out. Pablo, what's your story? Good morning. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show's Believe It or Not, the Paranormal Edition. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing? So we lived down Westheimer and Janetta, right there in front of the CVS. CVS. I
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
know that one.
That's
well.
close to where Blake's Barbecue used to be. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that,
Well, Blake's was on Janetta, down Janetta. This is on Westheimer at that
Westheimer and
CVS.
Janetta, okay.
And somebody texted about these
Right.
apartments you're about to tell us about because somebody texted about Janetta and Westheimer. Tell us the story. What's going on there?
Yeah. So we moved in there. When we moved in there, you know how you do the walk around of the apartment, make sure everything's good and all that. It was a
Yeah.
two-bedroom apartment, and we found a picture in one of the closets of a little black girl with in her dress, like a school dress. And we made nothing of it, so we cleaned it all out and we moved in. Well, as we were there, living there, my wife would tell me that she would see that little girl in the kitchen while she was washing dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, you know what? Whatever. You know, I didn't pay too much attention. I was like, okay, well, maybe you just seeing things because you got a picture there and all that. So my daughter at the time, she was about 4 years old. She wasn't going to school yet.
Mm-hmm.
We would look for her, and her name is Emily. It's like, Emily, where's Emily? Where's Emily? She would be in the closet playing with her dolls. And what are you doing in there? I'm like, oh, I'm playing with my little friend in the closet.
Oh, hell no.
Wow.
So
What was her friend's
we're
name?
like- well, she never gave her a name. But the big thing was that when we moved into that apartment,
Mm-hmm.
my demeanor, myself, I changed a lot.
Really? Like in what way?
I started being more aggressive. I started drinking a lot.
Oh.
I started going off the rails with my wife, but we would argue a lot. We would fight for any little reason. There was one time in particular that it was my wife, my oldest daughter, and me were having dinner, and we were we started arguing about something. I don't remember what it was, and all of a sudden, her glass of water lifted and just dropped on the table.
Hell no.
Telling us, hey,
What?
stop fighting.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at the time, I turned around and looked at my daughter. I was like, did somebody knock on the door? And my wife and my daughter were just looking at the glass and at each other. Like, did you not see that? Like, see what? It's like, this glass just lifted and dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Did you move out the next day?
No, actually.
What is wrong with everybody? Get the hell out of there.
This happened before.
I'd be
This happened before the Hurricane Ike hit.
Oh, okay.
So when Hurricane Ike hit, those apartments were destroyed. So that's when we moved out. When we moved out, I went back to my old self, like normal.
Really?
So you're saying that
nothing
the psychic energy was aggravating you?
Well,
and
we
making
have
you
heard that,
very
Pablo, that it
irritable.
has changed people's like attitude or temperament when you have like paranormal, existence in your house.
In movies, you see that, like the dad will all of a sudden just get crazy and have like that axe, and he's like hitting something in the basement, trying to get stuff. Yeah.
Did you ever find out how that little girl was? There was never a story of maybe what was at that apartment complex ground before?
No, we never, and we were on the second floor, so we never found out who she was or what happened there. I tried Googling and all that. Something happened there.
It doesn't sound like she was aggressive, though, right? She was just a little girl who was in your apartment playing with your daughter.
But I'm assuming that the family that lived there was the husband must have been aggressive or something, because it hit me only because I'm not an aggressive person by all means. I'm calm, and even my wife's like, "What's wrong with you? Why the sudden change?" I'm like, "I don't know." But it only happened when I was at home at the apartment. When I would go to work and all that, I was
subsided.
Totally fine.
That's
I was
weird.
totally fine. It was different.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Well, I mean, Eric, you make that statement. Why don't you just move? Not everybody can afford to just pick up and go. Sometimes you just got to tough it out.
I'm sorry, but if there's ghosts there, they better move me somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, how do you report that to your apartment manager? By the way, there's a ghost.
Well, if we all know about it, people are texting, they know about this place. Obviously, they've known.
That Janetta Westheimer apartment complex got a couple of texts. That was definitely haunted.
That was probably one of their ways to get people to come in there and get a place. Hey, we have ghosts.
What?
Come on in.
Oh, like if you want to live with some extra roommates?
Yeah, it sticks
so don't take up too much space or make a mess.
That's a selling point, is what you're saying?
Yeah, for some people, I would never do it. But
I'd stay. If somebody told me it was haunted,
y'all
I'd
go to the
stay.
listener line.
It's cheaper.
713-278-VENT. Please share with us more stories. We'll do this every Friday in October. We want the paranormal, believe it or not. If you didn't get through today, you want to save it till next Friday, save it to next Friday. Coming up next, what are the worst sequels ever made when it came to a scary movie? We'll go through the list and see what you agree with or disagree with next in Scoop on KRBE.
Now, y'all ready?
This is Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop
On KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston, and it's scary movie season the month of October, especially today being Friday the 13th. There was a list of some of the worst sequels of all time.
I don't have to look at this list. I'll tell you the number one is Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
It is not even on the list.
It didn't have what?
Freddie wasn't in it?
Not even on the list.
It's not even on the list. Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Was Freddie not in that one?
He was in it. It didn't make any sense. It didn't not really go with
the rest of the story.
Dream Warriors and number 1 and 3 and 4 were great. Number 2 was terrible.
Is number 2 where they don't have Nancy in it?
Yeah, she wasn't in it, and then it was just a piece of crap.
I don't
Even as a
remember
little,
what
as a
number two
little
was
kid,
about.
I even knew. I'm like, this is not
Halloween
good.
2 is really bad because there was no Mike Myers in it. It was just called Season of the Witch. It had absolutely nothing to do with the
Oh my
first
God, that's
movie.
terrible.
Nothing.
So this list
Well,
is not good then if it doesn't have Nightmare on Elm Street.
Number 10 on the list is Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's the remake of 2010, not a sequel.
That
We
wasn't
just
very
added
good.
that one on there.
Yeah, that was
I don't
bad.
remember even who was in
That's a
that.
remake.
Jackie Earl Haley played Freddy Krueger, so they had a different Freddy Krueger,
Oh, that's right. That's
and
right.
it wasn't really good.
All right, other sequels. Poltergeist 3 from 1988. I don't even remember what Poltergeist 2 was about. I just know the original Poltergeist about the burial ground house.
Let me
that
bring
was
Ahmad
haunted.
in because he is our
Scary movie connoisseur.
yeah, he knows
He
all
loves
the
the
scary movies.
horror
Ahmad,
movies.
get on in here.
talking
Tell us what you
horror.
think of these.
Yeah, let's see what
Okay.
you think. All right, go ahead.
Okay, An American Werewolf in Paris from 1997 is also on the list for one of the worst scary movie sequels. I never even saw the original. What's the original?
London.
London,
yeah.
Oh, in
that was
London,
a classic.
right.
The one in Paris had the guy from the Wanderers or the Oneaters. What's that guy's name?
The Wonders.
Tom
Yeah.
Skerritt?
Yeah, he played the drums.
No, Tom Skerritt is the dad
Oh.
from Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah.
And then Top Gun.
He was the
Tom
guy.
I think it's Tom
something.
That
something.
thing you'll do. That was called, right?
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah,
you do?
that thing you do.
He was the main guy. He was in love with.
Yeah, the drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom
No,
something. I forget his
1998 brought us I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That's on the list for worst
That
movie
wasn't
sequel.
horrible.
Scary
That
movie
wasn't
sequel.
horrible. I loved Brandy in it. They like it's
Oh yeah,
actually,
they went to didn't Jack Black? Didn't he play like a Rasta guy?
and they won a trip from the
A
radio.
radio, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was
That would never
terrible.
happen with us.
No,
We have great trips.
you will never
Exactly.
get stranded during hurricane season.
Also making the list of worst scary movie sequels, Exorcist 2, The Heretic from 1977.
The Heretic.
Oh, sorry. Heretic. Thanks. I don't know how you say the
Heretic?
word.
The Heretic.
Heretic.
The heretic.
Don't even.
Anybody see that
Something to do
movie?
with
Anybody?
religion.
Nope.
No, I
Nope.
only saw the first.
Okay. The next one, the top three are Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, that's
It was
so
the
stupid.
eighth one that was the worst of all the sequels, apparently.
It's funny, like Scream. They went to New York this last.
And it wasn't cheesy.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was really
I
fun.
liked it. It was
Okay.
different to take it out of Woodsboro.
Yeah, and they played on the fact that it's New York. Like Ghostface can just walk down the street. You'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, it's
Yeah,
New
nobody's
York.
going to notice.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You notice they don't do that in Texas because everyone has guns.
Yeah.
True.
Really?
You're not terrorizing me. I got my gun.
Nope.
The number 2 worst scary movie sequel on this list from 1996, Leprechaun 4 in Space.
In space?
Was he in space?
Really?
That's apparently where
I
they sent
just-
the
Which
leprechaun.
one was the Leprechaun in the Hood? I, can't
I
remember.
loved that one. I
That
think
was
that was
funny.
like
What
the
number was that
second
one?
and third. I
That
think they
was
did that for the second and third. I can't remember.
Hilarious.
I don't remember that.
I thought they were going to
Is
say
Leprechaun the
in
original
Hood.
movie that Jennifer Aniston was in?
The
that
first
she's
one was.
embarrassed
Yes.
about?
Yeah.
She
Was
was
it-
in the first
Oh,
one.
the original
What
Leprechaun.
did you do? You throw
Okay.
your shoe at him and then he has to clean it?
What do you mean?
I don't.
I don't remember that.
I thought there was something like you throw a shoe, like you have the shoe, and then he has to go clean the shoe.
I
He has
just
to
know.
clean the shoe.
something really
Is that how
stupid.
you like bait him to get his pot of gold?
Or how to like get him away from you or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Wasn't
They
someone
were
with a shoe
really
he had to
goofy
clean?
movies. And I only
The
seen
number
like the
one
really
movie-
edited version.
The number one movie on the list is 1987's Jaws: The Revenge.
Well, that was
Worst
so
scary
stupid.
movie sequel.
Yeah, so Chief Brody, the Roy Scheider character from the original Jaws, he is now dead, and his wife is living on a different part of the, I forget where she's living, different part of the country. And
That's
somehow
in 2, not 3.
that's in 3.
3 was 3D.
He's dead in 2.
I thought 3
No,
was,
he's dead in 3. They're saying
This is number 2.
Oh, number 2. Number 2 is good.
That they say that's the worst scary
No
movie sequel
way.
ever.
Number 2 is where his son goes out. He's on a pontoon thingy
Yeah.
or one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, in
They
that
still
one, yeah,
kinda
that's
kept
where
it to the
Electric cable.
original.
He takes an electric cable and he throws it in the shark's mouth and electrocutes him at the end.
But
That's
he
not
didn't-
how he originally dies. What was the original?
No, in the original one,
he shot him up.
He threw like an
Tank.
oxygen tank in his mouth, and then he shoots it with the gun, and it blows him into chunks.
Oh, right.
And 3
right.
was
So then
3D
what was the
with
explanation that the shark
Dennis
is
Quaid.
back? It was like the mother.
Number 4 was one of them followed Michael Caine around the world.
That was the one. Yeah, the shark wanted to follow him all the way around the world.
Would you say it
get him
sounds
back.
like they jumped the shark?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
nice, Ahmad.
Ahmad's been hanging around with us too much
Yeah,
now.
way too long. Way too long.
Jumping
The
the
dad
shark.
jokes flow.
You ever
too
see
much.
what was the one with Piranha?
I
What was
saw
the one with
that-
Jerry O'Connell?
That's the one where he nibbled
Yeah.
off his wiener.
Yeah.
I saw that
That
for like
was-
my 14th birthday. I begged my dad to take me. It was really good.
birthday present.
And is Ryan's statement true? There was a
Yeah, Jerry
there was
O'Connell
a-
got his piranha
Yeah.
nibbled his wiener.
Because he's
off.
like the TMZ type guy.
Yeah.
Joey Francis, or whatever that guy's name was. He's that kind of scummy guy out there. In like a
TMZ.
spring-
No, Joe Francis
Not
was
TMZ,
Girls Gone
Girls
Wild.
Gone Wild. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another trashy show. And then he gets his taken care
I'm
of.
surprised they never did a horror film based on Girls Gone Wild. Mix the premise.
They have, but it's very low budget.
Did you ever see the
what do
Urban
we learn
Legend
about Scary
one?
Movies?
Maybe Ghouls Gone Wild.
Yeah, what do we learn about scary movies? They say that the girls that are mischievous and promiscuous are the first ones. If you had any kind of sex in a scary movie,
A romp
you're
in
dead.
the sack
Male or
is
female,
instant
you're dead.
death.
Yeah, the virgin was always the innocent left lone survivor. That was like the scary movie direction in the 80s and all that. So, I don't know. Go see some bad scary movies and judge for yourself this weekend.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Rule and Ryan Show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It's brought to you by Duncan. Mattress Mac did something cool. You know, we did the story about how, unfortunately, Mary Lou Retton is fighting for her life right now from a rare form of pneumonia. Mattress Mac actually wrote her a check of $50,000 to help cover medical experience.
Because originally her daughters had posted they were wanting to raise $150,000. When we talked about it on Monday, it was already up to $165,000. Now it's well over $350,000.
Which
people have raised
you
for her
will need
medical
if you
bills.
don't have insurance and you're in the hospital. That can bankrupt you.
Nice.
Barktoberfest is happening this weekend. Tomorrow, Special K and myself will be at Powder Keg. That's at 1330 Brittmore. We'll be there from 2 to 6. That is when the event happens. Kevin will be your MC. I will be a judge. And bring your dog out. They got a dog costume contest and all sorts of fun things to do there. They've got a vendor market, silent auction, dog adoptions, all while helping save the lives of at-risk cats and dogs through Houston Pets
It'll be
Alive.
nice. The weather will be awesome.
It's going to be a beautiful day. Sunshine, cooler temperatures. Perfect day to come out. Now, if you're wondering where that's at, it's right at the Beltway at Westview. You see that Walmart Superstore? Right behind that on Brittmore is where Powder Keg is. And it's just, I did this before. Sam's done it before. It's so much fun. The whole family will love it.
By the way, we're also going to send a mod out this weekend. He's going to Dallas.
Yes.
He's going to the State Fair. He's going to talk to some Rangers fans.
Big Ticks.
Yes, I love the sports. We're going to be talking about.
Oh, my
Do you know
God.
about
I told
the
you, just look
sports?
for people because I figure there's going to be a lot of Ranger fans wearing their gear there. Walking around
And you
the
can
State
troll
Fair.
them to find out how many games they actually watched before the Rangers got to the playoffs.
Speaking of bringing your guns.
Are you smarter than a Ranger there?
Are you smarter than a Ranger? By the way, the Bayou City Art Festival is happening this weekend at Sam Houston Park. Over 200 local artists. You can get your tickets at BayouCityArtFestival.com. You talked about the Rangers. Well, the Astros and the Rangers are going to have their first postseason game.
Yeah.
That is going to be
Yes, baby, let's go.
Sunday, Minute Maid Park. And that is going to be at 7:15 in the evening on Sunday night. Game 2 is going to be an afternoon game. That's at 3:37 at Minute Maid Park.
Let's do it,
What's
boys.
interesting is we know that the World Series, no matter what, is going to be part in Texas. No matter what,
Yep.
the other team has to come to Texas to play one of these teams.
Are you going to be able to, God forbid we don't make it, would you be able to root for the Rangers?
I'll go for Arizona then. I can't cheer for Philly.
That was like me last night, Eric. I was like, I don't like the Braves or the
Yeah, I know.
Phillies. This is like a dead
At least we
deal
beat the
for
Phillies.
me.
I didn't want the Braves in there because they beat us up.
Yeah, I don't like the Braves. Oh, by
At
the
least
way,
we beat the Phillies.
I know,
We beat the Braves.
Eric, you've always said, man, the Rockets are rebuilding. The Rockets' defense went from encouraging to insane. The Rockets 120 over the Pelicans 87 in their preseason game.
No, this year they're going to be surprise people, and then next year is when
That's going to be their
I'm
breakout
trying to figure
year.
if I ever want to get season tickets. It's so expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's a
really
job.
is. Oh, and by the way, shout out UH. Their first Big 12 football win.
Hail Mary, that was amazing. Very
Unbelievable.
last second.
49-yard Hail Mary pass. 41-39 over West Virginia.
Stros! Yeah, go Stros! All right, listen, coming up next, we have some people who have reached out because Sam had a dilemma earlier this week, and they wanted to give her some advice. Also, there was a man who hates this show, and he